Hi kids, it's me, Dave.
Hey kids, it's me, Kaylin. I'm here too. What's wrong with you, Dave? You look a bit green in the gills.
Ooh, gills, that's not a good word. Ooh, I had some bad sushi, which has fish in it. Oh, and it's not doing so well. I don't feel very good. Oh.
Well, I'm sorry about the fish part, but Dave, the next story's got a big fish in it.
Oh no! Oh no, that's not good. Oh, I don't want to talk about fish. Ooh.
You gotta pull yourself together, Dave. We gotta start the Bible story.
Oh, it's a Bible story. I enjoy Bible stories. Even though it's got a fish and okay, it's a Bible story. I want to do it. Let's hear the Bible story. Let's go.
Great. So we're reading from the Jesus Storybook Bible, and today's story is all about Jonah and the big fish. God had a job for Jonah, but Jonah didn't want it. Go to Nineveh, God said, and tell your worst enemies that I love them. No, said Jonah. Those are bad people doing bad things.
Wow, I think I agree with Jonah here. He doesn't want to go to people who are bad. It's like me trying to spend time with Man United supporters. I'm an Arsenal fan, so Man United, bleh. I don't want to go spend time with them. So I agree with Jonah. Don't spend time with bad people.
But Dave, this is a command from God. He's telling Jonah to go and speak to the people of Nineveh. So it's kind of like, well, even though Man United fans are not bad people, you would still have to go and talk to them.
Okay, well, let's see what happens in the rest of the story, because I think I'm with Jonah here.
Okay, let's find out what happens. No, said Jonah, those are bad people doing bad things. Exactly, said God. They have run far away from me, but I can't stop loving them. I will give them a new start. I will forgive them. No, said Jonah, they don't deserve it. I'll run away, Jonah said to himself. Far away, so far away that God won't be able to find me. Then I won't have to do what God says. It's a good plan, he said, because as far as Jonah knew, it was a good plan.
Yeah, I agree with Jonah. I'm not going to this Nineveh place. I'm going to go somewhere else. So, cheers.
But, of course, it wasn't a good plan at all. It was a silly plan, because you can't run away from God. But he will always come and find you. Jonah went ahead with his not very good plan. One ticket to not Nineveh, please, he said, and boarded a boat sailing in the very opposite direction of Nineveh.
Boat? Oh, I don't know if a boat's so good for me right now with that bad fish. Oh
Dear. Yeah, Dave, you get car sick. You're probably not going to do very well on a boat.
Oh, no. Okay, well, let's get through the story quick.
Here we go. Well, it wasn't long before a fierce wind blew, and the boat started to lurch and pitch and roll, and everybody started turning green.
This is not good.
Jonah sat bolt upright in his bed. You see, the first thing that went wrong with Jonah's not very good plan was that God sent a big storm after him. The sailors couldn't sail their ship properly. We're sinking, they screamed. And they started throwing everything overboard. Suitcases, food, whatever they could find. By now, Jonah knew that the storm was his fault. Throw me instead, he shouted to the sailors.
Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, no. Are you saying that I'm going to get thrown into the ocean? I'm not such a good swimmer, Kaylin.
I'm sorry, Dave, but you're going to have to suit up because the story says Jonah knew that the storm was his fault and he said, throw me in instead, he shouted to the sailors. And the storm will stop.
Okay.
So in you go. The sailors weren't sure. The only way you can be saved, Jonah cried. And so 1, 2, 3, splash! No sooner had Jonah hit the water than the waves grew calm. The wind died down and the storm stopped. Just then, when Jonah thought it was all over, he was sure he was going to drown, God sent a big fish to rescue him.
Fish! Oh, a fish! Oh no! What does the fish do, Kaylin?
The fish swallows Jonah whole with one big gulp.
No, I eat the fish. The fish eats me?
Well, Dave, it's either sink to the bottom of the ocean or let the big fish rescue you.
Okay. Oh no, here comes the fish.
Here we go.
Oh, it's so stinky in here.
Jonah must have thought that he died because it was so dark in there. It was like a tomb.
Oh, I can't see anything.
And then he started to smell the rotting food and felt the slimy seaweed. And then he knew that he wasn't dead. He was in the belly of the fish.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
Sitting there in the darkness for 3 whole days, Jonah had plenty of time to think. Pretty soon he realized his plan was, well, a very silly plan indeed. He was sorry for running away. He prayed to God from inside the great fish, and he asked God to forgive him.
Oh, I'm really sorry, God. I should love all people. I should go to speak to all people because all people need you.
So after 3 days, the fish spat Jonah safely out onto a sandy beach.
Okay, wait a second here. So I was the one feeling sick, but now the fish is going to be sick with me and spit me out onto a sandy beach?
Yep, and to be honest, I can pretty much get why the fish spat him out.
Oh no!
Just then, Jonah heard someone calling his name. Go to Nineveh, God said. And this time, Jonah said, yes. He went straight to Nineveh and told everyone God's wonderful message. Even though you've run far away from God, he can't stop loving you, Jonah told them. So run to him, so he can forgive you. The people of Nineveh listened to Jonah, and they started loving God. They learned to do what God said and to stop running away from him, just like Jonah. Many years later, God was going to send another messenger with the same wonderful message. Like Jonah, he would spend 3 days in utter darkness. But this messenger would be God's own son. He would be called the Word, because he himself would be God's message. God's message translated into our own language. Everything God wanted to say to the whole world in one person.
Wow! What an amazing story, even with the fish. Still amazing, but I think, Kaylin, are we not supposed to run away from God? Is that right?
Well, no, Dave. You can try, but you'll never really be able to run away from God because he loves us so much that he's always pursuing us and he never gives up.
Wow, that's amazing. And God loves all people. And so we're supposed to love all people, even people that are different to us. So I got to love Man United supporters and they got to love me. We're supposed to love everyone. And the best way we can share our love with them is by sharing the gospel. Is that right, Kaylin?
That's right, Dave.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to go do that. But I need to know more of the story. So let's get to the next story, Kaylin. I know this week we are going to do another story. Hey, that's right.
No, I'm sorry, Dave. The children are going to go and ask their parents to read to them from Jonah, chapter 1 to 4, and Hebrews, chapter 1, verse 1 to 2.
Oh, my word! Every time! Why? To be continued. Come on, Kaylin, just this one time, please.
I'm sorry, Dave. Until next week. Bye, kids.
Bye!